What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, bringing you week 2 of the NCAA as part of the Connected Franchise Mode universe on Beast Mode TV for the Madden 18 season. Week 1 was absolutely ridiculous. We saw Alabama go down, we saw Penn State go down, and luckily our Florida Gators were able to get past, in Toledo. And we're going to be actually taking over the Gators this week as number 14 Florida goes up against number 16 Miami in the battle for the Seminole War Canoe. But let's take, more importantly, a look at the top 25 polls and really how big of a hit Alabama and Penn State took. So we got Ohio State here ranked 1, Florida State, USC, Clemson, Washington, Oklahoma. We're going all the way. Alabama fell from number 1 all the way down to number 9. And it looks like some people are already bitching that Alabama should have fell further than that. But, that's still a pretty big drop and probably derails, I would say, their season. It finds most sims will give you, 2 or 3 undefeated teams. So it's going to be really tough for Alabama. We got Oklahoma State. We might as well talk. We got Oklahoma, Michigan, Wisconsin, Alabama, Oklahoma State, LSU, Auburn, Stanford. Our Florida Gators here. It's going to be a very important matchup here against Miami. Louisville, Miami still has yet to play, so they're opening up with fresh legs. Penn State went from 6 all the way down to 17. I think, Georgia lost to Clemson. That was the game that we featured in the game of the week, if you will, of episode number 1. Syracuse jumping in over that big victory from Penn State. Colorado's here as well. So the only there's 3 lost teams, I guess, in Penn State, Georgia, and Alabama. What is going to happen this week? Really, only 2 big notable games. One we will be seeing, which is, obviously, Miami versus Florida. The other one that I was able to find, there's a couple decent matchups, but I would say Notre Dame at Michigan is technically the game of the week, so we will make sure after game is completed, we'll check that one out. But without further ado, let's jump in to Florida versus Miami, big time game, week number 2. As we get ready for our matchup, we got the 90 overall for the Florida Gators, 93 overall for the 16th ranked Miami Hurricanes. Definitely looking at that 97 overall defense. Looking at the like Iman Richards, Mark Walton, and Shaq Quarterman as their big 3. All those guys are young. Richards and Quarterman in particular are going to be there for a couple more years. So Miami is looking to be a real favorite here if we plan to go past 1 full season. But a good 1-2 punch there on the offensive side of the ball. For my Florida Gators, we get Antonio Callaway, CeCe Jefferson, and Eddie Pinheiro. But more importantly is our starting quarterback, Felipe Franks, who threw 4 touchdowns, no interceptions in our opening game, able to fend off Malik Zaire for the starting quarterback job. Let's go do this damn thing, and let's go. Slide out the pocket, throws it back across the body to Jordan Scarlett, who gets popped, makes the 7-yard reception. Scarlett's looking good, man. He's an absolute beast. I'll tell you right now, as a Florida Gator fan, Jordan Scarlett is a name to watch. I don't necessarily know if he's going to declare this year, but next year for sure. I think Scarlett is the kind of guy that can definitely be a beast, as you can see right there, by getting the easy 2-yard touchdown run to cap off the drive. Kid's a beast. Fuck! Oh, let's go, boy. Let's go, Jordan. Oh, my God. You're not catching that, boy. Jordan Scarlett's a monster for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. It's just the presence of Felipe Franks back there in the quarterback spot. Monster, man. Let's go, Scarlett. You're a beast. Matt Jones, nah. Michael Ilsley, nah. It's Jordan Scarlett, best Florida Gator running back I personally think I've ever seen since I've been a Gators fan. Look at that. All the way to the house. Antonio Callaway! Oh, they bit on the play-action pass, establishing the run with Jordan Scarlett, and off the play-action, Antonio Callaway, the speedster, for only the 2nd completion since we put Felipe Franks in the game. Wide open, nice spiral, good catch, good fight to get in the end zone, and we're right back in this game, 28-21. We can take off with the quarterback. Big Felipe Franks trucks in. Looks like pretty much Cam Newton if he would have stayed at Florida and not stolen a laptop. Tie ball game, 28 apiece, going in the 4th. Look at this. Clutch, clutch, trucked. Oh, he throws it deep to Callaway. Ah, let's go! second deep bomb to Antonio Callaway. Exactly what they need. Perfect precision from the redshirt freshman Felipe Franks. Look at that. I mean, number 4 could have made a play on that, but just too much speed from maybe the fastest player in college, Antonio Callaway. Tie ball game, 35-35, a minute 13 to go. Takes it inside, and there we go. Jordan Scarlett gets in for his 3rd touchdown of the game to keep this game alive at 42 apiece in overtime. Oh, look at that. Back of the end zone. Callaway, too easy. You gotta have safety help, or my boy is gonna run all over you. 3rd touchdown of the day to Antonio Callaway, wide open in the end zone. 48-42. Point after attempt is gonna be good. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I like Powell going on the slants. We'll give him an opportunity. He did cause the interception earlier. Let's see if we can give him an opportunity to make a play. He's in the back of the end zone. Oh, touchdown! Both feet in. Brandon Powell throwing on the run. Felipe Franks. I mean, they may have to review that shit. If not, what a fucking epic game. One week we had Alabama going down. This week here we have a classic, absolute classic shootout between the Gators and the Hurricanes. 52 points put up by Miami. Not enough. That is it. Florida Gators stay 2-0, baby, on the year. Very proud. Very hype. Let's finish this shit up. Play of the game. Oh, my God. He popped him. Jordan Scarlett's big-time run was play of the game. We're going to take a quick I'm flabbergasted right now. We're going to take a quick look at scores around the league, look at the stats, and we'll end this shit up. And tonight, you guys can stay tuned for your Eagles Connected franchise mode. So inside of that epic game between Florida and Miami, we see Michigan just steamrolled Notre Dame 55-17. I kind of feel bad for the old Notre Dame over there, the Fighting Irish. Just not great. I mean, look at that. Wilson Speight, 4 touchdowns. That's all it needs to be really said about Michigan's performance there. Finally, looks like their offense was taking over games, and they didn't have to rely on that defense to constantly get their scoring. West Virginia beat Oklahoma 34-14. My God, Will Grier has single-handedly transformed that. Look at, oh man, he must have got hurt. Baker Mayfield suffered injury, so I mean, that was always going to be an uphill battle then from Oklahoma. Will Grier, 3 passing touchdowns on the day as they took down what I can only assume was a Baker Mayfield-less Oklahoma. And maybe for the going forward, definitely something we got to keep an eye on, especially in regards to his draft stock. Georgia was able to eke out South Carolina in the rival game 13-10. And I remember there's one game that was very, very surprising. I mean, that's also kind of, OK State and North Carolina 28-24 is another upset. Another week, another upset. I mean, that could be considered an upset. USF 35-28 over Michigan State. Shout out to Parham Crow. Your boys got bodied by Quentin Flowers. What do we got here? 2 touchdowns, 216 yards passing, and running the ball. He has 59 yards and a touchdown. So a clean game from Flowers, who is really intriguing scouts all around the land as to what position he will play if he decides to even try to go to the NFL. Who knows? I can only assume a player of his caliber will. But the upset, Washington State, Luke Falcon, Washington State upset Sam Darnold, who's right now probably the consensus #1 pick for the upcoming draft. USC is no longer undefeated. My God, that's impressive. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception from Sam Darnold. Not the greatest of performances. Looking at Washington State, 3 touchdowns, 340 yards. I'd like to throw the ball there in Mike Leach's offense. Nice little thing, nice little game there for our Lewis, but very surprising. Big time upset, I would think. Washington State's no slouch, but USC, especially with Sam Darnold and the offense and the defense, they have a very complete team at USC. Losing to Washington State, can throw a key to their plans, but then we see with Penn State and with Alabama, it's gonna be anyone's guess who is gonna be the national champions come at the end of the year. Let's quickly look at the players of the week, see if anyone stood out or who officially the game believes stood out. And the NCAA best defender went to Brad Koenig, the linebacker from the University of Miami, Ohio, who had a sack and an interception. And offense went to running back James Butler of Iowa with 257 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Mother of God in the ACC. There you go. Big performance there from Syracuse wide receiver Clay Austin. 272 yards, 3 touchdowns on 14 catches. Man, Syracuse is legit in the ACC. There's that. In the Big Ten. In the Big 12. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. None of these guys really look familiar to me. Good performances there from the Rutgers QB. Central USA, here we go. Mean Green, not bad performance there. Look at that. Jeez, that guy did everything, the running back. In the Independents, that's what we got. In the MAC, this is what we got. Joe Flacco, I'm pretty sure is that Joe Flacco's brother? I'm pretty sure that is. Tom Flacco with 4 total touchdowns. His brother can only imagine to put up that kind of stat line for Baltimore. Josh Allen out of Wyoming, big-time performance of him against Minnesota in a 42-35 overtime victory. 5 total touchdowns for Josh Allen, who's trying to, low-key slip up into the top 10 picks and be considered one of the top QBs in the upcoming draft. Pac-12, we have Rick Gamboa, nice day. Keller Christ, the quarterback for Stanford, 3 total touchdowns. SEC, our linebacker David Reese, 11 tackles and an interception, and our win over Miami. Jalen Hurts for Alabama with 4 total touchdowns on the day. Sunbelt. And that does it for Players of the Week. That will wrap up episode 2 of the NCAA 18 series. As always, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Give me any feedback or improvements or anything you want to see differently or anything you liked in the comment section below. If it's your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, as the Madden connected franchise universe is only beginning. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, C4, saying peace